In the previous lecture, we have been talking about the theoretical background as far as future value and present value of money is concerned. So in this lecture, we are going to take a look how to implement this problem in Python. So this is what we have been talking about in the theoretical section, that the most important concept in finance is that the time value of money today worth more than in a year's time. Because we may invest that given amount, for example, we can buy stocks, we can lend it to banks for some interest and so on. Okay, so this is why we have to talk about the time value of money. And of course, we can deal with a discrete model. So this is what we have been talking about. X is the money we have R as the interest rate, and we have N as the number of years, and this is the discrete model. Of course, we can deal with the continuous model and we can deal with differential equations, and the solution is going to be the exponential function. So first of all, from the math library, let's import the exponential function. Okay. By the way, we can define an alias. So for example, we would like to use the exponential function as e, but in this case, it is going to be just fine. And I would like to create a function for the future discrete value or discrete future value, whatever. What's crucial that we have to define the money, we have to define the interest rate, and of course we have to define the number of years. And we just have to return with the formula we have been talking about in a theoretical section. So x times 1 plus the interest rate and to the power of n. So this is why we have to use this double asterisk operator in Python. The double asterisk operator is the power method. So under the hood, Python is going to calculate 1 plus r to the power of n. Okay, this is how we can use the future value as far as the discrete model is concerned. What if we have a cash flow in the future and we would like to calculate the present value? Of course, in this case, we have to use approximately the same, but instead of n, we are going to use negative n. So basically, if we have 1 plus r to the power of minus n, it is the same as 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power of n. So this is what we have been talking about in a theoretical section. If we want to calculate the future value of an actual cash flow, then we have to use something like this. If we want to calculate the present value of a cash flow in the future, where x is the cash flow in the future in this case, then we have to use something like this. As you can see, we have to divide x by 1 plus r to the power of n, and this is exactly what's happening here. Okay, so this is the discrete model, but of course we can use the continuous model. So I am going to copy and paste it because it is going to be very similar. So we have the future continuous value, and in this case we have to use the exponential function as far as the interest rate and as far as the given time is concerned. In this case, we are not dealing with time steps, but we are dealing with time itself. And of course, we have to do approximately the same, which means that if we have a cash flow in the future and we would like to calculate the present value with the help of the continuous model, so in this case we have the continuous model, then of course we have to use the minus r times t as far as the exponential function is concerned. Okay, so let's define the main method. So if the name is equals to the main, so this is the main method in Python. If you are interested in what's happening under the hood with the help of this double underscore, with the help of the name, and with the help of this if, then check out the lectures as far as the Python crash course is concerned. So you can learn a lot about Python programming language as far as object-oriented programming, as far as loops, conditional statements, and functions are concerned. So I'm not going to talk about the Python programming related stuff because you can learn about everything at the last chapters. Okay, so what do we have to do? First of all, we have to define the money. So this is the value of investment. So value of investment in dollars. Okay, then of course we have to define the interest rate. So define the interest rate. It is going to be the r. So r is equals to 0.05. So what does it mean? That 5% is the interest rate. And of course we can define the duration. So n is equals to 5. It means that we are going to deal with 5 years. Okay. So we have the years as far as the duration is concerned. And here we can print, let's call all of these methods. So I'm going to call the future discrete value as far as X, as far as R and N are concerned. So these are the parameters. Future value of X, and we append the future discrete value. Or we can use something like this, maybe it is a bit more elegant. Okay, and I am going to do the same. So let's copy and paste it, future value. Then we have the present value of a future cash flow. This is the discrete model. So this is the discrete model. Then we have to define the discrete model here as well. And then we have the future value with the help of the continuous model. So we have the future value and we have the present value. Okay, so we call the future discrete value. We have the present discrete value. Then we have the future continuous value. So we use something like this, and we use the present continuous value. So if we save and run it, so let's save and let's run the application, then what's going to be the result? The future value with the help of the discrete model is $127. So what does it mean? That if we have $100 today, then it is going to worth approximately $127 in 5 years if the interest rate is 5%. And as you can see, it is approximately the same with the help of the continuous model. What if we have a cash flow in the future and the cash flow is equals to $100? What is the present value of that given money today? It is equals to approximately $78 with the help of the discrete model and $77 with the help of the continuous model. And of course it is working fine, because the most important concept in finance is that the time value of money, for example X dollars today, worth more than X dollars in the future. Because of course we may invest that given money into stocks, bonds, or we can lend it to a bank for some interest. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the future value and the present value either with the discrete model or the continuous model. Of course, these examples are quite easy, but of course we are going to talk about much more complicated problems as well. Okay, so that's all about the present values and the future values. Thanks for watching.